Confessions of a Rabbi's Daughter. If you haven't been to JW3 before, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Sarah Siegel. I'm the performance programmer here, and it's my pleasure to present this wonderful show. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back again. I just want to let you know that we have a very brief post-show chat and Q&A at the end of the show. So please stick around. We're just going to go straight into it because it's only 50 minutes, and then we'll probably keep you for another 15 or 20 unless you have lots of questions, and that's okay.
Sarah's on strike. Strike. She's alone in the lobby with a sign saying covered her period. That means human dignity. She wants to pray just like the men, read from the Torah and will then grow a beard, and some players wear a suit and a hat, sit where the men are sat. Sarah's on strike. Sarah's a feminist. She has leaflets filled with American spellings, men and women are equal, so now we have to read from the Torah. But that means women aren't as good as men, so we should learn to be just like them and forget how we're created according to God's will. And yet still, she calls herself a feminist. Women are the extension of the Lord's sixth day. Men aren't even close to that, so they are the ones who pray. Even if the laws were torn up and defiled, she'll never feel closer to the creator of the universe, as if she were married and creator of a child. Sarah's my best friend, my only friend. She should be in this chair, holding my hand instead of loitering in the lobby. Father's announcing how I'm engaged, but people keep saying a war's being waged against the Torah and Jewish law, and all I have been standing for because my best friend of 20 years or more is on strike. Shh! I can't believe I'm shushing for my own engagement announcement. If Sarah was here, she'd be telling them all to shut up. She loves doing that. Ah, thank you. Yes. Menachem is such a mensch. He should be rabbi here in about 6 months. We're just waiting for the synagogue board to say yes. Oh, yes, I will be just like my mother. Yes, I am very lucky. Oh, Sarah? Well, you know Sarah. This is my future mother-in-law, fresh from Manchester. She's very... She talks a lot. My face hurts. Oh, the ladies' loos, they're just through that door. Sarah's not alone in the lobby anymore. There's 6 of them now. 4 who haven't set foot in the synagogue since the single-mingle cocktail-making class 3 months ago. And 1 I've never seen before. Was she wearing a hijab? My future mother-in-law saw them all standing there and said, "You should call the police!" My father said the police had been through enough. Oh, she's back. She's a huge fan of my father's. She's constantly asking about him. Oh, your father, what a mensch he is. What is he really like? He leaves his shoes in the hallway. And crumbs on the plate. He takes brisk walks every morning. He forgets to close the gate. He writes his sermons every Thursday afternoon whilst drinking a glass of microwaved milk. He forgets to like wearing a disguise, because I don't really know him. I see him, but he's not really there. No, I don't really know him, no more than the people who just stop and stare at the great man. Oh, how I wish I knew him, talk with him just like students do. But maybe when I marry one of them, that will make my wish come true. They are the ones who know him more than anyone can see. And maybe when I know enough him, then my father might finally take the time to know me. Sarah is no longer standing in the lobby. She was joined by some Americans who have somehow persuaded her to create a minyan in the car park across the road. For certain prayers, you need 10 men to be present. This is called a minyan. A group of 10 women is called a group of 10 women. Personally, I look forward to her next epiphany. Shabbat is now on a Tuesday, and we will read the Aramaic translations of the great prophetic writings of the great rabbinical thinker, Jay-Z. How can she be so disrespectful? I would understand if she was secular or, God forbid, an atheist. But Sarah is the most religious and spiritual person I have ever known. To stand next to her during the Amidah, the most silent and intimate prayer, is like standing next to an angel. Three steps back to exit this world. 3 steps forward to enter the space of the creator of the universe. Sarah looks around before bowing her head and taking 3 steps backward. But as she steps forward, she opens her arms for the creator of the universe. I wonder if she's open to the Lord right now. As we say Baruch or blessed, we bow forward. Atah or you, we rise back up. And by the name of the Lord Adonai, we stand up straight for the creator of the universe. As Sarah says Baruch, her eyes are almost at her knees. Atah, she rises up slowly. Adonai, her posture is perfect for the creator of the universe. I wonder if the Lord feels her respect right now. These words seem less familiar without her near. Even though the sounds are silent, I can always hear her spirit cleaving to every prayer. These words seem less holy with her out there. 3 steps back to end the conversation, like stepping away from a teacher, like exiting the space of the creator of the universe. Sarah takes a deep breath in before she steps back, savoring the holy air of the creator Rebecca Shoshana Stein. Today is the outside of my mother, the anniversary of her death. This was her seat, front row, middle of the middle balcony, across from where the Torah resides. She said a Rebbetzin, a rabbi's wife, must sit where those in need know where to find her, and where those who gossip know where to watch her. I was 12, the oldest of my siblings, the only daughter. As far as I was concerned, I had to be a woman, because someone had to sit in this seat, so that those in need had someone to find, and those who gossiped had someone to watch. My first Shabbat without her, I looked down to see my father and brothers consoling each other. But I was alone, until I felt Sarah's hand in mine and heard her voice say, "Did your mother ever teach you how to avoid eye contact with Mrs. Cohen's house?" Annoyingly, my mother didn't quite get that lesson. There was quite a lot to teach me first, like, a Rebbetzin is on time, even if she's late. A Rebbetzin loves everyone, even those she may hate. A Rebbetzin is serious, but with a smearing of wit, and as warm as a fire, and a cold stoic Brit. The women of the Torah are powerful and strong, and if anyone says differently, tell that man, I mean whoever they are wrong. And with a smile, pick your fights, know your battles. They are not your enemy, just friends who need persuading. And calm and cool, hide your inner angry fool, and you'll modify your world. A Rebbetzin is watchful for those in need or ill. A Rebbetzin is vigilant for if our values stand still. A Rebbetzin is rebellious, but hide that cheeky grin. And don't forget to eat. God forbid a Rebbetzin will be thin. The women of the Torah are powerful and strong, and if anyone says differently, tell Mr. Cohen, I mean whoever they are wrong. And with a smile and probably bagel knowing him, pick your fights, know your battles. They are not your enemies, just friends who need persuading. And calm and cool, hide your inner angry fool, and you'll modify your world. There was an emergency meeting of the synagogue board this week. The whole board wants her to be thrown out, Sarah to be thrown out. And as Mr. Cohen was shouting this, and the whole board were cheering in agreement, I felt myself standing up and saying, "There are no laws preventing women from gathering and reciting these prayers. It's not heretical, just pointless. Like supporting Arsenal football team. But if Mr. Cohen can stay here, then so can Sarah." They laughed, and I continued. Besides, there are a bunch of single women milling about in the car park. We all know they'll come in as soon as it rains. God forbid their hair will go curly in the humidity. Pick your fights, know your battles. They are not your enemy, just friends who need persuading. Act calm and cool, hide your inner angry fool, and you'll modify your world. Yitgadal, Yitgadash Shemei Rabah. Early this week, there was an attack in Leeds. My father went up north to offer support, which means Menachem is about to give his first sermon in the synagogue. And it must be raining, because there we see the members of Sarah's Minyan dripping into the synagogue. Oh, there's Khadija, the Muslim girl. I should probably... Oh! It seems like Khadija has been embraced by the extremely endowed bosom of Mrs. Shapiro. And Khadija has now freed herself. Sarah's not here. I wonder if she's still praying in the rain. Or Maybe she might come in any second, in time to hear Menachem's historic sermon. After the 7 Volumes, my mother told my father to read from the oldest Torah scroll in the synagogue's section. For his sermon, he told the story of that 200-year-old scroll, how it had travelled from Lithuania to Germany to the east end of London to here in North London. He said, if tradition can survive 5,000 years, if this scroll can survive pogroms, the Nazis and the Blitz, then we can get through this. He said, take tradition seriously, for within tradition you will soon find endurance. My mother was mouthing the entire thing. Okay, he's starting. Speak up, Menachem, loudly and clearly. Speak through your motions, strong yet sincerely. They speak of the news. They speak of the news. They're frightened and scared. Look into their eyes, not the notes you prepared. Louder, Menachem, you're starting to lose them. Shorter quotes in Hebrew, or else you'll confuse them. Refer to the football, a few words in Yiddish, give them something to laugh about, or the whiskey at Kiddush. Shh. They whisper of May and all that she lacks, of Brexit and fire and terror attacks. This building is filled with fearful people who don't know what to do. They're spiraling in their nightmares. Come on, Menachem, our faith relies on you. Slower, Menachem, be the voice of calm. Despite armed police outside, there's no need for alarm. We've had women on strike in a minyan across the road. Give us words of guidance so we don't all implode. Some in the synagogue have thoughts they don't want, desires that rip, ridicule and taunt. This building is filled with sinful people who haven't got a clue. We're drowning in our nightmares. Come on, Menachem, my faith relies on you. We need you, Menachem. Tradition must be maintained, and you need my guidance, for you need to be trained. 500 families, as scared as can be. It's almost 3,000 mothers and fathers and sons and daughters and grandparents and great-grandparents, relying on you and me. Last night, I was with Sarah. She was hosting a women's only Friday night dinner. My father and Menachem sent me along in the hopes that I might be some sort of mediation. So I arrived to find I was the only one there. I believe the other women were at the Friday night dinner for young professionals. Khadija was probably at the mosque. So it was just me and Sarah, alone. We sat and waited for others to come, for an hour, in vain and in silence, not on speaking terms. Until she walked over to the table, picked up the Kiddush cup of wine, and recited the prayer that I've only heard men say. I swear I've heard that voice before, sweet and lilting, soft and pure, like gentle waves upon a silver shore. It's the voice of an angel. Blessed are you, God, King of the universe, who has created such beauty in his world. Adonai Eloheinu, melech And there I saw the face of an angel. Blessed are you, God, King of the universe, who has created such beauty in his world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. In my inner core, my heart was beating more and more. I'm in love with an angel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. When I was 14, I noticed things. I thought I had forgotten, but now. Every day I feel somewhat out of place, something with my hair, something with my face, always out of step, always out of line. Then I look at Sarah, all I feel is fine. How could there ever be something strange inside of me? Then I get an image, then I get a flash, hits me like the wind, hurts me like a crash. Just a little memory, innocent and pure. Now I have these feelings, I am not so sure. It can't be true, it cannot be. There's nothing wrong inside of me. I am just normal, simple and normal, nothing abnormal about me. I am just happy, simple and happy, God-fearing happy, that's what I'll be. If you're feeling queer, you're just feeling ill, so take a bigger cure, take a bigger pill. Be the perfect wife, be the perfect bride. None of this will matter, all of this can hide. They will never know or see. The thoughts are inside, 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 inside. I am just normal, simple and normal, nothing abnormal about. When I was 14, I stopped speaking to all my friends. But every week, Sarah still sat next to me. She said, I don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm not leaving. I can't. I still didn't speak to her for another couple of weeks. But then I decided that when I grow up, I'm going to marry a rabbi and be a Rebbetzin just like my mother, and everything is going to be fine. I've just been in the ladies' cloakroom and just heard some women talking about me and Sarah and Menachem and the Minyan. These girls are girls that I know from school. They likened me and Sarah to Romeo and Juliet. I hate the ladies' cloakroom. It's this huge room filled with coat rails, and you can never tell who's in there. And almost every other week I overhear someone tearing apart the intimate details of my life. My mother said to take no notice. She said it was part of my Rebbetzin training. But when I was 16, I put up a sign. No talking in the ladies' cloakroom, especially if it's about the rabbi's daughter. It was immediately taken down by Mrs. Cohen, and I had to apologize to the entire synagogue board. Every little thought, every little word, every little question will be overheard and analyzed in. every little house on every little street and every little place where little people meet in a 10-mile radius. And every little class and every little grade and every little project that I've ever made is catalogued as part of history. And every little thing that I've ever done is never forgotten and possibly spun into lowering my father's positioning. So I nod and smile, nod and smile. They do not know what I'm thinking inside. Nod and smile, nod and smile. Think what I like until I'm a bride. I silently bend and I silently bow as they talk of the who and the when and the how. 3 steps forward and 3 steps back as they're making another little verbal attack on anyone who is not like them and just don't do all the bits but like them. And as my father stands, they say oy vey, but then come up to me and wish me a jolly good day as I nod and smile, nod and smile. They do not know how I've heard them kvetch. Nod and smile, nod and smile. They do not know that I think they're a wretch. The gentlemen, those glorious men, should honour me with their short-spanned attention. The younger ones, they attempt a hello as the dandruff falls down on their shoulders like snow. And the arrogant ones, they talk of their mitzvahs, but I know that they have been stuffing some shiksas. And the older ones say, go, pass me a kiddush cup, and I'll ask my wife to help you clear up. As I nod and smile, nod and smile. Pass out the biscuits and pour out the wine. Nod and smile, nod and smile. If I marry a rabbi, would I really be fine to be watched in a cage for the rest of my life? No longer just a girl, but the good rabbi's wife. And see the rest of the world as scary and strange as I live in a place that just doesn't change. As I nod and smile until every muscle in my face aches. Nod and smile, bend and bow until my heart breaks. Nod and smile, I have to keep smiling, I have to pretend to nod and smile, or this way of life has to end. Today is the Ufruf. It's the last Shabbat service before the wedding, when the groom reads from the Torah. My father says that in the olden days, this is when the wedding would be officially announced to the entire community. And this would also be an opportunity for them to check if there's any reason why the wedding shouldn't go ahead. So, for instance, the butcher would stand up and say, this marriage cannot go forward. She doesn't know how to make a satisfactory chicken. My father decided to keep this tradition. Some say my father made up this tradition. But he loves that moment of silence before the entire community erupts in joy. This morning, I found myself walking to Sarah's and knocking on the door. She opened the door and I was filled with joy as I found myself not knowing what I was there for. And it was silent, for it was early, apart from some birds. It was silent until I told her I love her. I love her. And she held me in and whispered in my ear that she loves me. She loves me. This morning I found myself in my true love's arms, not making any sound. This morning I was filled with joy as I found myself. I was found, and it was still, for it was early. Apart from angelic birds, it was still. I kissed her. I pulled her in and my lips were on her face. And she kissed me. She kissed me. I felt her lips lean into my embrace. How on earth did this naive body know how to feel so much passion, like parting sea passion, like burning bush miracles, like throwing down tablets of stone? And how on earth is a person walking upon this planet who's felt my lips for one more day? Hers are the only lips I've ever known, because I kissed her. I kissed her. Every particle of that moment should be sewn into the sky. As she kissed me, she kissed me. And she didn't get upset or shout or cry when I pushed her away and said goodbye. 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 Daddy sang Kiddush. Mom poured out the wine. And that's how I knew the world would be fine. The bullies would go away. I'd get the answers right as long as Daddy sang Kiddush on a Friday night. Daddy isn't perfect, and neither is my world. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, I was just his little girl. Shabbos isn't perfect, we break it all the time. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, my daddy was mine. Daddy sang Kiddush, cut hollow with a knife. These are the important facts of a different life. Life before illness, life before death, life before changes, life before mass. Daddy isn't perfect, and neither is my world. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, I was just his little girl. Shabbos isn't perfect, we break it all the time. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, my daddy was mine. Daddy still sings Kiddush in just the right way. But I could not go home, I could not stay. I have to move on now, I'm no longer his child. I'm strange and I'm different, I'm weird and I'm wild. Daddy isn't perfect, and neither is my world. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, I was still his little girl. Shabbos isn't perfect, we break it all the time. But when Daddy sang Kiddush, my daddy was mine. Tonight is a special night. For the first time ever, Sarah is letting me make the chicken soup. And for the first time ever, I I'm making Kiddush. And I am singing it in the same melody my father will be using only a few miles away. This would have been the 1-year anniversary of my wedding. I probably would have been making a banquet for the masses, most of whom I wouldn't know. And there'd probably be a screaming baby in the corner, and possibly another one on the way. Sarah and I are happy. Sarah has found us a new community, a Reform community. They have a rabbi who is American. She plays a banjo and wants us to be emotionally intelligent. Last week I walked out of the service. I had to. They had taken all the prayers and had put them to the best hits of the Spice Girls. Sarah loves it. She leads services, she reads from the Torah, sometimes she even gives sermons. I think she's considering becoming a rabbi. So I may become a rabbi's wife after all. It would be easy to embrace this new kind of religion and let the old traditions fade. To embrace the entirety of a life I don't believe in, but that's not how I was made. And it would be simpler to spend my life ensuring my heart was never displayed. To funnel all my thoughts into the words of the Torah, but that's not how I was made. I was made to live a life of contradiction and to see the complexity in every restriction. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, sha'asani k'ratzono. Blessed are you, Hashem our God, King of the universe. You have made me according to your will. It would be easier if humans were made in man's image within parameters from which we never strayed. Each person defined by their purpose in society, but that's not how we were made. And it would be simpler to say that faith is an illusion, a con to hurt and degrade. To ignore the yearning in the pit of a soul, but that's not how we were made. We were made to know love so strong we could not resist, and with the strength to fight for its right to exist.